Um, Today, we're going to measure some lines and then we're going to compare them. Okay? On Zern, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to kind of mimic that lesson. If I can find, oh, there we go. All right. So I'm just going to use this ruler to make two lines. Okay? I'm going to make a line that long. I'm going to make a line this long. All right? So I just use the straight side of the ruler to make that. Okay? I'm going to label this one line A, and this is line B. Okay? So, which one's longer? A or B? If you think A is longer, touch your nose. If you think B is longer, put your hand on top of your head. Which one is longer? A, touch your nose. B, hand on top of your head. All right, now we got everybody got their hand on their head. Good job. All right. So, A is shorter than B. Okay? So I could say that A is shorter than B. Or I could say B is longer than A. Okay? So today we're going to talk about shorter and longer, and then we're going to do some measurements. And then we're going to find out how much shorter or how much longer something is. Okay? All right. So I'm going to take my centimeter ruler that I made. Okay, this one here. All right. And I know it's kind of reflecty. All right. You can't see it really good today. All right. I'm going to put it on 0 and I'm going to measure. All right. And I'm going to try to bring my camera down a little bit. All right. If I bring it down too much, it'll fall. All right. All right. It's kind of teetering there. It wants to fall, but it's not going to right now. All right. It's still glary, isn't it? I'm going to turn off one of the lights in the room. All right. That seemed to help it a little bit. All right. So when I go and I measure this and I put the end of it on 0 and this end, it's not quite 8, but it's almost 8. So I can say it's about 8 centimeters long. That's line A. Okay. I'm going to go to B, and B, my line's too long. What am I going to do there? How am I just going to say I can't do it, or does anybody know what I can do? What could I do? Callie's hands up first. Callie, tell me.
You could use your pinky, or you can move the ruler.
Oh yes. Remember yesterday on Zern and on here, we found out that our pinky was, or especially your pinky, is almost exactly 1 centimeter. Okay? Mine's bigger because I'm an adult. Okay? But I could do like Callie said. I know that 10's right there, so I could say there's 11, 12, it's about 13, doing it that way. Or I could say, all right here is 10, and I can move my ruler and put it there and say, well, it's 3 more, so 10 and 3 is 13. And we're going to put about, because I'm not using a standard one, a ruler that was printed. Okay, this one was one that I just made, so it could be off just a little bit. Okay. All right, so I used my centimeter ruler, and line A is about 8 centimeters long, and line B is about 13 centimeters long. Okay. Now, here's my question. How much longer is B than A? How much longer is this line than this line? Now, you all said that B was longer. I want to know how much longer it is. Okay? So, this kind of goes back to last Thursday or Friday when I did a word problem and I drew two different bars. Okay? It's kind of like that. Okay? If I can make this string right here, and I'm going to try to use a different color here. If I can find the marker. All right. If I made from here and I added that much to line A, it would be about the same length as B, right? Yep. I see Callie shaking her head. Yeah. Okay. Everybody else, okay? So, from the end of A to right here to the end of B, this is what we call the difference. Okay? And I'm not worried about you labeling it as a difference, okay? I just want you to know that it's the difference, okay? All right? And you don't have to be writing this down now. If you are, that's great, but you don't have to be, okay? All right. So, I know that line A is 8 centimeters long, so I'm going to put 8 centimeters. And I know that line B is 13 centimeters. All right, and I'm going to get rid of this little spot there that'll help me measure it. Okay? And they start at the same spot, which this was 0, right, on our ruler. Okay? On our ruler, this is about 8, and this is about 13. Okay? Last week, when we did that word problem, I talked to you about the word difference was the answer to some kind of math problem. Anybody remember what the word difference, that's what we call the answer to either an addition problem or a subtraction problem? Okay? Which one is it? The addition or the subtraction? Okay? This is add. This is subtract. If I can spell it right. Okay? The answer to an addition problem, is that the difference? Or is it the answer to a subtraction problem? Is that called the difference? Okay? So if you think it's adding and we get a difference, you're going to touch your nose. If you think it's subtract and that's the difference, you're going to put your hand on top of your head. Let's see. What do you think? Adding. If you think to get the difference, we're going to add, you're going to touch your nose. If you think you're going to subtract to get the difference, you're going to put your hand on your head. What do you think? I've got. All right, Addison, you could do a sideways thumb if you just don't know. Okay, that's being honest. Thank you. All right. Maverick changed his to sideways. That's good. All right. You could always, and let's kind of do this now. from now on, even in class, and we don't have very many of these math with Mr. B's left because you're all going to be here at school doing math. But we'll just do this in class. If you're kind of confused or you don't know when I ask a question, you just give me a sideways thumb, okay? That's fine with me. All right, that's being honest, and that's all I need you to do is just be honest with me, okay? All right, so is line A really as long as B? Callie's shaking her head no. It's not, is it? Nope. Okay. So it looks like I added a piece onto it, but is it really there? It's not really there, is it? No. Okay. If I wanted it to be as long as B, I drew what I'd have to add, but I did not add. So the difference is not addition. Okay? That sounds confusing, I know. Okay? But as I told you last week, we'll do this a lot of times, and I don't expect you to get it all just right off the bat with me, okay? All right? So the difference is always the answer to a subtraction problem, okay? And I could think of it like this. It's something that I would have to add to make it equal, but it's not there. So that means that I'm going to have to subtract, okay? I can also think of it like this, and maybe this might be better. Okay, let's go back to number bonds. Okay. This 13, let's pretend that's the whole, and we've only got 8. How much would we have to make the 8, add to the 8 to make it 13? This is the same thing as that right there. Okay. So this is kind of like a number bond. We've got here, and we go to there, and and then we go to here, okay? So, we're going to take 8, we can say 8 plus something, I don't know what it is, equals 13. See, that would be the addition, but I don't know what to add, okay? Or I can say, I know that I've got 13, and I'm going to take 8 away from it, and that's going to give me my answer. Okay? All right. So, our part that I don't know in this addition problem is not the answer, it's an add-in. In the subtraction problem, the part I don't know is the answer. And that's called the difference. Okay? And again, I know that's a little bit confusing, or maybe a whole lot confusing. Okay? All right, so let me erase this part, this number bond part. Okay? Put this back in. All right. So I'm going to say that I'd have to add this part, and I'm going to put it kind of like a dotted line. And that's the difference right there. Okay? So it's 13 take away 8 equals the difference. Okay? Now, there's several different ways we could do 13 take away 8. Okay? But in our last module, they wanted us to take from 10. Okay? And the take from 10 strategy, if I think about money, makes it a lot easier. Okay? So let's pretend that I've got $13 and I want to give $8. Let's say I'm going to give $8 to Gracie. Okay? And I've got $13. Can I give $8 to Gracie? Thumbs up if you say, yep, I could. Yep, I could. Okay. All right. But look, I'm going to make a number bond and say that I've got a $10 bill and I've got 3 ones. Okay. Remember, you told me I can give Gracie $8. Okay. let's say that I decide I like $10 bills and I want to keep my $10 bill. Okay? So I've only got $3. Can I make that 3 turn into an 8? Nope. They're still going to stay $3. Okay? I'm not going to magically turn them into an $8 bill. Well, there's not an $8 bill, is there? Okay? So, even though I like $10 bills, I'm going to have to use my $10 bill. All right? Okay? So, I'm going to switch positions with them. I'm going to put the $3 over here and the 10. Okay? Can I get $8 out of a $10 bill? I can. Okay? Now, I'm going to have to bust it and make it ones, right? Or I can make it some fives, and that would work. Okay? But it still works. I can get 8 out of 10. I couldn't get 8 out of 3. Okay? And that's what the take from 10 strategy is. Okay? It's like you're at Walmart and you've got $13, Addison, and there's some kind of game that you want to buy for 8. Okay? You wouldn't give the cashier the $3. Okay? She's going to say, where's the rest of the money? Right? You'd probably give the cashier the $10 bill. Okay? She's going to keep 8 of it. How much would she give you back? Okay? And Bristol's not on here, but there's her tater. Okay? And inside the tater, it shows you 10 take away 8. Okay? And there I want everybody to show me on their fingers how many dollars you're going to get back. Okay? It's 10, and I take 8 away. How many dollars you going to get back? There you go, Gracie. Put it up there. Be confident. Yeah, you go. All right. Yeah, I see it. All right, it's 2. Okay? So, just like if we was at Walmart and you had $10 and you bought something with 8, the lady gives you back $2. All right? But then you already have $3 over here. So how much money do you have left? Well, I've still got the 3 plus the 2 I've got now, and that equals 5. Okay? So, 13 take away 8, that's 5. Okay? And I'd have to put it over here, and it's 5. And this is centimeters, that's centimeters. So I probably need to put centimeters with this, the label. So it's 5 centimeters. Okay? So then I can say that line B is 5 centimeters longer than A. Or I could put line A. Line A. Okay? All right. Boy, that was a lot, wasn't it? Yep. All right. So we're going to do another one, and we're going to do it much quicker. Okay? All right. So there we go again. There's a line. We're going to call that line D. And here's a line. We're going to call that line E. I'm going to throw in another line. And that's line F. Okay? Oh, you can't see it. Let me move your... there we go. All right. So I'm actually going to measure it here just to make it a little bit faster. So this one is 13 centimeters. This one's 9 centimeters. All right. And this one, we're going to figure it out. I'm going to say I don't know. Okay? So I'm going to tell you that line F is 5 centimeters shorter than line E. Okay? So this line is 5 centimeters shorter than this line. Okay? My question is, do I need line D? If you say no, touch your nose. If you say yes, put your hand on your head. Do I even need line D? And sideways if you're just not sure. All right? All right, Lucas says we don't need it. Lucas, can you unmute and talk to me? Lucas, unmute. You know how to unmute? Go at the bottom. There we go. Talk to me. Why don't we need line D? Just tell me what you're thinking. Just tell me what you're thinking, buddy. It says line F is 5 centimeters shorter than E. Do I need D?
No.
No. Why? Why would I draw it if we didn't need it? Need some help? I think he needs some help. Who can help him? Maverick, can you help him? Lucas said we didn't. Lucas said we didn't need line D. Do you agree or disagree with him?
Well,
Just tell me what you're thinking. I'm saying that line F, this line right here, is 5 centimeters shorter than this line. Do I even need this line right now?
yeah, I think you do.
You think you do? Okay. So Lucas thought we didn't, but he couldn't explain why. Okay. Maverick thinks we do need it. All right. So I'm just going to drop it there, and we'll come back and when we're done and see if we did use it. Okay. All right. So line F. Okay. If it's saying here that if that it's shorter than E and it looks shorter. Okay. How much shorter? Oh, it told me that it was 5 centimeters shorter. So, and I'm going to use a different color again. If I was able to add this part and make it all the way to here, it would be the same length as E. Okay? All right. I know that this is 5 centimeters. Okay? So if I added 5 to this line, it would be 9. But I don't know this, do I? No. Okay. So let's kind of think about that number bond. Okay. I would like for F to be 9 centimeters long. So that's my hole. Okay. I know that the part that I add is 5. What's the part that I don't know? Okay. What's the number sentence that I would have to fill out or write down for this number bond? Callie.
5 plus blank.
Or question mark, right?
Yeah.
Equals
9.
9. Okay? So I can do that, but I've got a missing add-in. These two in the addition problem are called add-ins. I've got a missing add-in. Okay? Now, I've said this, but it's been a week or two ago since I said this. It's been a while. I don't expect you to remember it, but I did say it once. A missing add-in problem always turns into a subtraction problem. Okay? Because if I say 5 plus something equals 9, I don't have anything to add to 5 to get 9. So I have to end up subtracting it to find out what I was supposed to add. Okay? So but Callie, you're fine. Okay? We figured out, we got a missing add-in, so now it tells me I know I have to subtract. Okay? So we're going to now go 9, because the subtraction problem always has the biggest number in the problem first. 9. I'm going to take away what I do know, and that's going to give me what I don't know. All right? So if I have 9 and I take 5 away, what's left? Let's see, Jaden, I haven't heard from you today, I don't think. So Jaden, if I've got 9 and I take 5 away from it, what do I have left?
4.
4. All right. So 4. So I'm going to erase this and say 4. Okay. I'm going to come over here and say this should be 4, because this was the question mark. There's the question mark. And our unit of measurement is centimeters. Okay. So let's check and see if that's true. 4 centimeters, and if I added 5 centimeters, would it give me 9 centimeters? It would, wouldn't it? Okay. All right. So we kind of done 2 word problems today. Okay. I didn't start it out and show you that it was a word problem. We just drew some lines and did some measuring, and then we had to subtract. Okay. But it was kind of like word problems. Now I'm going to go back to Maverick and Lucas. I'm done with this problem. Did I need line D? I didn't need it. If I erase it right now, did I erase anything that I needed? No. Okay? Why in the world would I have put line D there? Because sometimes in math, there's extra information that you don't need. Okay? So I put it on there, okay, to kind of play with your brain a little bit. Okay? Sometimes problems have extra information that you don't need. Okay? We're going to see that over and over again in math. Okay? Sometimes we need all the information that's given to us, but sometimes we don't need all of it. Okay? We didn't need line D. Okay? All right. Any questions before we go today? All right. On your exit ticket today, I put a ruler in there so you can move it around today and you measure lines. Okay? Now, tomorrow and Friday on your exit tickets are going to be totally different. Okay?
Brett, you pause your show because the internet's not working.
All right. So, tomorrow's exit ticket is you're going to watch a video, and then at the end of the video, I've got a question you have to answer. And then on Friday is a very funny video, and I've got questions where it'll stop in between and asked you questions, and most of those are multiple choice questions. Okay, so and then next week when you come to school, we'll do exit tickets here on paper. Okay, so today is kind of like the last exit ticket you'll have to do at home. That's laid out the way that I've had them, unless we have a school closure, and we may have to do exit tickets again like that later. But that'll be hopefully won't happen. Okay. All right. So I'm done for the day. If you have a question, you can stay on and ask me a question. If not, you all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. You all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Prasher,
Yep.
I've already started my exit ticket,
Yep.
and I've already deleted the ruler.
Oh no. All right. I leave here, I'll go and I'll find your exit ticket and I'll put it back on there for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. No problem.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me know.
Bye.
Bye.